fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Sunday the 10th of November 2024. I hope you are keeping well, enjoying yourself as best you possibly can, and if you're in a cold country, keeping warm. The temperature dipped to around about 24 degrees at night. Night time here, it's still only 25 degrees now. It's 8 a.m. That's by Bangkok standards, that's pretty nippy, 25 degrees. But no doubt it will warm up later on in the daytime. And I see currently the temperature in London is 6 degrees, so that makes me feel a lot warmer. Just imagining that I don't have to stay in a cold country. I couldn't bear it anymore. So my sympathy if you are in a cold climate and don't like cold weather. Some people like it, I know. My dad loved cold weather. There's a nice article in the Observer today. We're going to be playing the Observer Sudoku puzzle in a moment. Of course, that's difficulty level never revealed before the beginning, so I have no idea how it's going to turn out, what level of Sudoku it's going to be. But anyway, this article is about architecture, in particular about public housing. And I think that's an interesting point. And they have some beautiful pictures of European cities and some housing projects there that are really nice and have worked very well, and make it look as though the environment is kind of very rich. The environment's for poor people, basically, where the buildings can make the environment look like a non-poor area. Let's put it like that. And quite rich in some ways. And this kind of thing is great and should be applauded. But I think to really understand the problem of public housing is just to understand that it's not just the buildings that give rise to the appalling conditions that some of the public housing gets into after several years. It's the fact that the people are poor and they don't have the same facility that rich people have to repair or to go away and not even have to deal with problems like this. What am I talking about? What I mean is, first of all, poor people can't afford to kind of spend money on foreign travel and stuff like that, and tutors for their children. So their children are likely to be hanging around public housing, and young people who are bored and don't have enough things to do. I know this is a kind of controversial point, because you should say, well, young people ought to find things to do. We always did. But what I mean is, in modern life, if facilities are not provided for people to take care of their leisure time, then young people often are just hanging out and causing trouble, etc., vandalism and things like that. The other things that need to be addressed are that communities ought to have say in the design as well. That doesn't mean to say they have to be the final arbiter, but it just means that they ought to have a say in, because they understand the problems. And quite often architects will design things that look wonderful but actually turn out to be really bad. Sometimes there are kind of I'm a big fan of modern architecture, and I love to see some of those housing estates, even brutalist ones. I love brutalism as a school of architecture, actually. I think it looks wonderful, and I think, some of those places would be great to live, but they turn out after 10 years or something like that to be a nightmare to live in, because of the graffiti and the vandalism and the mess and the lack of repair. That's the other thing, is that buildings have to be given proper repair schedules and people have to take care of them. So if the local community is involved, if people feel like they are part of a community and are willing to protect the buildings in a way that the rich people have other people to protect them. I mean, maybe this is the point. Rich condominiums and stuff like that have security guards and cleaners and caretakers and everywhere, people looking after the pool and that kind of stuff. But poor people don't get that kind of service, and that's really why they fall into a great state of disrepair. So I think it's a nice article, worth reading, worth checking out. And I am a big fan of modern architecture. All right, let's get on with the game of Sudoku. As I said, so now the noise has started. The noise is very early this morning. It's only 8 o'clock. Normally the noise doesn't start till about 9, but there is some construction noise outside. Let's hope they're making some socially responsible housing. Actually, they're not. They're making housing for rich people. That's all they build in Bangkok anyway. Where are we now? So what's going on with this game? Okay, I see the first thing. We've got 7s blocking across here like so, and a 7 down there. It's going to give me a 7 there. Now I have not had breakfast, so this is a bit risky for me. If it turns out to be a tough game, my stomach is going to be singing quite loudly, I think, by the end of the video. Well, I see the pattern of 7s, very symmetrical pattern of what's left on the 7s. But we can get 3s across here, and 3 down and 3 up, so let's do that instead. 3 down this way, 3 across there, there's a 3, 3 this way, and down, gives us 3 over there. We have not finished 3s. Where do we need a 3? Top left. There we are. That's 3s thrown away, neglected in the social housing, social housing digital graveyard. Right, we have 1 blocking across here. That puts 1 into one of these 2 squares, blocking back in this direction. 1 up here, 1 down there. I'm going to have to go through this bit by bit, I think, number by number, because I'm not making very speedy progress. Not a lot of things are jumping out at me and saying, hey, come grab me. Oh, having said that, though, there's 4 like this, first of all. So there was something, at least. I think we don't have many 8s. Is that yes? That's the only 8 on the board. So lack of 8s is causing slowness. But we've got 6 blocking this square, so we can put 6 here, and now we've got another 8 to join its friend. We've got 2 blocking across here, that puts a 2 there. And we're left here with 1 and 5, so 1 blocking across here and 1 down there, there's the 1. And the 5 blocking across here will give us 5s in those squares, but 1 up here and up there and across there will give us another 1 at the top. And 1 blocking this square, 1 blocking this square, and 1 blocking this square says this has to be a 1. Sorry if the construction noise seems to be much louder than usual today. I'm sorry if the microphone is picking that up and just irritating you. But unless you'd like to buy me a proper studio, it's never going to get any better. We've got 9 blocking up here and a 9 across there, so we're going to get ourselves a 9 in that square. We have a pair of 2 and 4 here because we've got 2 and 4 there and 2 and 4 there. So we're going to have 2 and 4 in those squares. I don't know if that gives us anything else. So this is not 2 or 4. It's got to be 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 8 blocking across there gives us 8 there, 8 there. Anything? Not much. 7s are there, we know already, so we've got 7 and 8. The 5 and the 6 though, don't really know much. We've got one since the beginning. I can see black numbers, so that means it's been there since the beginning. We've got 5 there. What else do we know about 5s? Okay, so we've got 5 in the left column and right column, in middle column, sorry, in this chute. Left column, middle column. So we can only look for 5 on the right in this particular chute. We've obviously got the 5 blocking here, but when we take 5 across here, we know that 5 is either here or here. So this can't be 5. Means that that's the only possibility for a 5. Seven blocking this square and this square, so in this column there's our 7. Now 7 across here and across here puts 7 into that square, gives us an 8 here. 8 down here, 8 down there means that's an 8. 8's across here gives us 8 there. 9 is the last number we need there. And what's this? 1 and 5, so this is a 6, I think. And we're left here with 5 and 9. Oh, we've got one empty square there. Let's put the correct number in there. As soon as we work out what that is, it's a 6. 6 across here, 6 up here. So it's not turned out to be a difficult game after all. At first I thought it might, but it's not really once I've woken up properly. Still need a 5 in this column. 5 across this way, 5 across that way. There is our 5. 5 down to the bottom. This is the last 5. No, it's not. Another one over there. There we go. And this is 1. And down here a 9, I think. 9 blocking up here. There's the 9. 9 across here. There's the 9. Missing here 4 and 8, I think. So the 8 takes care of those 2 squares. So that has to be 8. That has to be a 4. 4 blocking up here puts 4 in that square. This is 2. What are we left with over here? 1 and something. 1 blocking up there. There's the 1. Missing digit here is 8. Right. 1 number missing up here as well. 2, I suggest. Okay, 2 across here and 2 up there puts 2 into that square. And here we still need 4, I guess. 4 across there and across there means this is 4 to the top. we still need a 9, and that's the last 9. So missing numbers here are 6, 8, I guess. Missing numbers in this row are 6, 7, is that right? And we've got 6 blocking here, so there's our 6, and there's our 7, and now the 6 blocking this square means that's the 6, and that's the 8, and still need an 8 there. And what's left up here? 7, and here is 2, and that is 6, and that's all over. Yeah, took a little while for me to get into it, but once going, it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple puzzle, really. That's it. I'll see you later on for some more Sudoku fun. Take care. Bye bye.